Imprisonment, yes, is the direct restraint of one person of the physical liberty of another, yes, without adequate legal justification, yeah. There is ample evidence to sustain, yeah, the jury's finding the plaintiff was falsely imprisoned, yes. Now, these tort lawsuits, yeah. I'm really thinking that every time that you conspired against me having my rights enforced, yes, and all the time that I spent on personal recognizance, yes, it's really false imprisonment. So you're sitting there today knowing, yes, that if we could just arrest Paul for anything, right, we could falsely imprison him in a mental institution, yes, and then we could administer psychotropic medication against his will. Now, it's helpful to think of me in the third person for those that have a problem with this. Yes, because I'm going to sue you. Yes, and I'm going to sue every institution right now because I am. I'm going to sue for the ownership, the insurance. Yes, and any all foundation endowments right now. And then I'm going to sue you for an additional credit increase to the tuition. Yes, to be able to attend school. Now, you say I can't right now, but I can. See, there's a lot of fees involved in going to university that have to have what's known as the ABA accreditation. Yes. And for all those law professors that said, well, I do belong to the bar, but I'm not obligated to inform law enforcement, they should maybe consider that there was an obligation of campus security to report the crime. And when you have the email on your server, you're liable. Now, today I'm wanting to use that court system. Oh, and the way that I'm looking at it, yes, is that there's a whole slew of new lawsuits available to me. Now, Sheriff, I'm very serious about suing every sheriff of the United States. Suing your unions, yes. Suing you individually, yes. Suing your departments, pooch, your offices, yes, and the institutions that issued your. Listen, I have had to sit here day after day after day after you've committed the treason, yes, of making war against the United States. Now, this state, yes, has refused. And my thought is this state, yes. Well, there are those universities, University of Washington. Yeah. Let's see. Just recently, I emailed COP. Yes. The Council of Presidents of Universities in the state of Washington. Oh, see, the whistleblowers, yes, the employees of the state, yes, they would not disclose the evidence of waste, fraud, abuse, and mismanagement. Yes, they are liable individually, the individual agencies and departments that they work for. Yes, their individual unions. Yes. And then yesterday I documented what was called the class lawsuit. Yes, the reverse class action lawsuit where I'm the plaintiff and I sue them as a class of individuals. Right! For the state not obligating right now. Now I'm looking at the actual institutions in the state of Washington, yes, that have the obligation to disclose any fraud involving the VAWA, yes, disclosing any hate crimes that they have knowledge of, yes, and how they themselves are liable, liable, they're liable, they're liable.